doing a little bit of washi tape fun today. I'm going to start out with my card base. I'm just using, I pulled out a piece of scrap paper that was big enough that I can get my card base along with a piece of, another piece for a layer. So I'm going to cut this at 5.5, and this will be my card base. And then this piece I'm going to cut down to, let me make sure it's going to be big enough. I'm sure it will. So we're going to cut this down to 5.25 by 4, so it's 1/4 inch smaller than my card base once my card is folded. So I'm just going to set that aside, and then I'm going to pull out my score buddy and we'll do our card stock here. So I'm going to score this at 4.25. And then we'll go ahead and I'm going to pull out my Big Shot. Alright, I have my Big Shot out, and I'm going to take that panel piece that I cut out that's 1/4 inch smaller than my card and use my 2 acrylic plates. So I have my platform down with all the tabs closed, my acrylic plate, and then I have this Clouds 1 and 2 die from Paper Tray Ink. So I'm going to use both of these, and then my card stock. So I'm just going to put these down onto my card. So I think I'm going to lay them out just like that. I'm going to throw a piece of washi tape on there to keep them in place as soon as I find my little roll of washi tape. That's just going to keep them in place while I cut this out. Alright, so I have my little panel cut out, and what I'm going to do is line that up right on the front of my card base, kind of putting a little center, and then I'm going to take my pencil and just mark my furthest points on each side, just so I know I'm going to do washi tape going across the background, and I want to make sure that I cover all of those areas. And I'm going to be using washi tape from My Mind's Eye. This is the, let's see, Find Your Wings and Fly collection, and I am going to be using this gray diagonal stripe one, and I'm just going to turn this upside down, even open it up, make it a little easier. And with my pencil points, I know, or my pencil marks, I know exactly where I need to be. Now I'll probably have to go through and tear some of the ends off so that it's not poking out the sides later on when I go to put that panel on the front. So all I'm doing is just lining up the patterns and laying out a little background here. Alright, and then I'll have to tear some of this off on the sides. Alright, so I pulled all those little extra side pieces off so that when I put my panel on, it's not going to be sticking out the sides. And now what I'm going to do is just set this aside for right now, because I'm going to do a little decorative banner using some more of this washi tape from this collection. So I'm going to use this polka dot one. I love this crochet thread. I use it for lots of stuff, but I'm going to use this to make a little banner. So what I'm going to do is just kind of set it on my workspace here. I'm going to take this polka dot tape and use it to stick it down to my desktop here so it doesn't slide around it, and it makes it a little bit easier for making a cute little decorative banner. So I'm going to take the washi tape and do 3 little banner pieces hanging down. So I'm just going to kind of stick it under, and having it stuck down to my desk actually helps with making sure that I line things up a little easier, and it also helps keep it in place. Every once in a while you got to give it a little tug to tighten it up. This one's fighting with me here. So I'm going to leave a little bit of a space and line it up the best I can and stick it down. And then I'm going to do one more piece. Trying to leave the same amount of space in between. And then I'm going to take my scissors. This middle one I'm going to cut each one into a different little shape. This middle one I'm going to cut into a flag shape, so I'm just going to cut it straight across. And then I'm going to cut a little slit in the middle and then go from each corner to the center to make my banner. Oops. There we go. And then this one right here on the end, I'm going to cut at an angle. And I'm going to do the same thing on this other end. There we go. And now what I'll do is I'll take my panel that I used the dies on. I'll grab a little piece of washi tape here, because I'm going to actually hang these over the side of that panel. So I'm just going to washi tape it in place on the back. So we're creating a little banner using the washi tape. Try not to pull it too tight because I don't want it to be tight, I want it to be hanging. And we'll trim off these little pieces. So I created a cute little banner that's going to hang down, and I'll probably need to take a glue dot or two and keep it held in place. And now I'm going to do a little bit of stamping. I have this stamp set from Stampin' Up. It's called Little Friends, and I'm going to use the happy birthday sentiment from this. So I'm just going to poke that out. And I'm going to grab an acrylic block. Okay, using some Memento black ink, I am going to ink up my little happy birthday sentiment. And then I'm going to stamp that right underneath my clouds. Just like that, so it says happy birthday. And then I'm going to just take a black marker and do a little bit of a couple dots just to kind of give detail to the clouds. Just like that. And then I was thinking about doing a little stitch line going around, but I think I'm just going to leave it the way it is. And then I'm going to use some dimensional adhesive. I'm going to add lots of it so I know it stays in place. Dimensional adhesive to the back, and now I'm just going to center this on the front of my card base, just like so. Then I'm going to take some more of this crochet thread, and I'm going to cut a couple, or tie a couple of little bows. So I want to do 2 bows. Alright, so I made 2 little bows using the crochet thread, and I'm just going to stick those on each corner of my banner. I'm just going to roll up one of those mini glue dots, stick it on the back of my bow, and I've got another mini glue dot stuck to my finger, and then that's going to go right up in the top. I'm going to stick this mini glue dot that's stuck to my finger to the back of this washi tape and kind of stick that one in place. And I'll take one more mini glue dot, roll it up, stick that into place on my card, and then we'll just need to trim up our little bows here. And there we go. That's my card for today. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this little kind of washi tape fun video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.